Thank you. Our next speaker is Matt Schlegel, to be followed by Arthur Lieberman. Welcome.
Have you ever wondered why we're not doing more to address the climate crisis? I think about this all the time. On one hand, we see mega droughts and heat waves around the world. In Europe, the rivers are running dry, and it's going to be a terrible harvest year. China is suffering an intense heat wave and drought, which is having a devastating impact on its hydroelectric power. In our own backyard, the Colorado River is running dry, and I'm sure you've seen the horrific pictures of a dry Lake Mead. And against this backdrop, we continue to burn fossil fuels as if everything were normal. When I was young, scientists warned we should not exceed 350 parts per million of CO2 in the atmosphere. Now we're at 420. We have already reached 1.2 degrees of global warming. It's difficult to imagine how our food, water, and energy systems will hold up to increased warming. So why aren't we dropping everything and figuring out how to survive without using fossil fuels? Why don't we stop polluting our atmosphere with greenhouse gases? There are a number of cognitive biases that keep humans from addressing an emergency that is right in front of our eyes. One is the bystander effect. This is when the presence of others discourages an individual from intervening in an emergency situation. We all just stand around doing nothing. Here's another good one: survivorship bias. That's when you think that a lot of people may suffer and die, but you'll be okay. Another is learned helplessness. This is where we have been trained by others and have convinced ourselves that there's nothing we can do. And let me share one last one: normalcy bias, which is the cognitive bias that leads people to disbelieve or minimize threat warnings. In its most stripped down form, it is the psychological state of denial. It is the belief that things will continue to go on the way they always have. Yes, denial. Every day that we wake up and go about life as usual, we're living in denial. Denial that we have irrevocably altered our biosphere. Denial that our burning of fossil fuels is making the problem worse. Denial that our education system is preparing our children for a world that no longer exists. Palo Alto has an opportunity to lead us out of this crisis. You can do this with our resolution to stop burning fossil fuels and to show other communities, regionally and globally, that this is not only possible, but necessary. Please pass SCAP and initiate the heat pump water heater program. Thank you.